Well, I saw you retweeting this article because, it really is a narrative that the radical left wants to put out there about these, what they call gender altering procedures. But we clearly know that there are so many young kids who are being pushed into these, who have come out years later saying that they were duped, they didn't want these, and the danger with these puberty blockers. What do you make of the article kind of, twisting it all around, saying hospitals are the one being victimized, when really it's the young kids that are regretting their decisions?
No, that's a very good point, and I think there are two big takeaways that your viewers should know and take away from this whole transgender movement. The first is that it's not a transgender movement; it's a transgender industry, and it's set to be worth over $5 billion in just 3 more years. It's a transgender industry. They're pushing it on our kids. They're manipulating them and exploiting them. We want it to be a bad year for transgender medicine because there's no benefits. There are no research and evidence that have been provided to us that show that there's any benefit to erasing a young kid's gender or affirming them in a totally alternate rebirth. Those two things are the big takeaways. There's no benefit. And this is a transgender industry, and we need to kill this industry because it's killing our kids, and it's going to create a really dark future for this country and for future generations of Americans.
Well put. Tennessee's transgender clinic and Vanderbilt University had a.
These surgeries are labor intensive.
We always say follow the money. Of course, you just released a report that exposed how Democrats have been and remain in support of the transgender movement. Tell us about your report and really this administration that, unfortunately for the next 2 years at least, we are under.
Well, our goal with the report was to combine all the information, all the arguments in one central location. So we go back to the history, patient zero. We cover that horror story. And then we also show the transgender industry and how much money they're making. We also show the politics behind this issue and how much power is behind it. And we really wanted to combine everything we could and have a full condemnation of this transgender industry that's wreaking havoc in our country. Before the show, I was reading an article and it showed the growth in new gender dysphoria diagnoses each year. Gender dysphoria diagnoses among children have increased almost threefold since 4 years ago in 2017 to over 42,000 new cases just last year. This is a tragedy. It's absolutely a social contagion. They're pushing in our schools, they're pushing in our medicine, and we need to end this industry. It's creating a lot of damage.
Yeah, the numbers are frightening, and they're pushing parents out of the conversation. Their schools are not letting parents know what they might be talking to their kids about. Great report. I hope people check it out. Terry, always good to have you in on the program. Terry Schilling.